There we go. I got the camera right. Anyways, just giving you guys a real quick video here. I'm on my way to a service call, and just got off the phone with my congressman, and just wanted to let you guys know HR 8, HR 1112 passed the House, obviously, which totally sucks. But here's how I look at it. My congressman in Michigan's 7th District, Representative Wahlberg, he voted no on both of these bills. And that's what I asked him to do. I called ahead of time and said, I need you to make sure you oppose these two bills, which he did. And I think that's important for us to remember. If you've called your congressman and they actually did what you wanted them to do, call them up and thank them, for two reasons. Just to be a polite person, because, someone holds the door for you, you thank them, right? And in other words, they did their job. You elected them to do something. Maybe they campaigned on it, which my congressman did. He said, if you reelect me, I'll constantly and consistently stand for the Second Amendment. And he had two votes this week. Yeah, we lost, but he still voted the right way. And he still voted, the way he promised his constituents he would. So I thought it was important to call his office and thank him and say, hey, you promised to stand for the Second Amendment. You did. I'll still support you. And as long as you continue to stand for the Second Amendment, I'll do my best to make sure that you're reelected. So, we always call when we want to complain about something, right? When we don't like the outcome, or we're afraid something bad's going to happen. But I think too few of us actually, call them to reassure them that yes, you did represent the will of the people in your district. You did do what we elected you to do. And again, it's not just that you're calling to be polite. You're also reaffirming to them that they made the right choice. So if your congressman voted the way you wanted him to, call him up today and say, hey, you stood for the Second Amendment. We may have lost the vote, but you know what? Your vote still matters, and it's still important, because there might be a time here really soon where the Republicans are back in the majority again, and their vote will matter a little bit more. So, I say Republicans because for the most part, the Republicans voted no on the two bills, although a few of them defected and went to the other side. And obviously, if your congressman voted, for either of these two gun control bills, call them up and ream them out. Tell them, you did not represent the will of your voters. I won't vote for you anymore. I'll do my best to get you out of office. That's completely and utterly fine, too. I just don't want us to forget that when they actually do what we ask them to do, and they do stand for the Second Amendment, we want to reaffirm their decision and let them know they are representing their people and that they are doing the right thing. And I think that's just as important, because 99% of what they get is complaints. And trust me, the other side's calling and complaining too. I guarantee you, there's been hundreds of people calling my congressman in Michigan's 7th District stating, we're really mad because you voted against these two bills and we want more gun control. Because it doesn't matter if you live in a pro gun state or if you live in a pro gun district, there's anti gun people everywhere. There's no such thing as a completely black and white, 100% pro gun state out there. So just wanted to remind you guys, there's people calling your congressman who did the right thing and voted against these two bills. There's people calling them trying to change their minds. So don't want. This isn't really like a regular stream, guys. I'm driving right now, so I'm not really, looking at the comments, but I will look at them afterwards, and I do always appreciate what you guys have to say. So, I'm out working. I'm just getting ready to pull in the parking lot here of my job. I'm on a service call right now. Got some computer work to do. I have to replace a backup hard drive that failed on one of the network attached storage devices that I manage. So anyways, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Leave it in the chat here or leave it in the comments after. But I would just encourage you guys to call them up and tell them, hey, we stand with you. We appreciate what you did, because we don't want them to just sit there and listen to the megaphone of the other side, who's going to be constantly trying to talk them into, getting rid of our Second Amendment rights. So, yeah, I called Representative Wahlberg's Washington, D.C. office, as well as his Jackson, Michigan office, just to let him know, keep up the good work. I'm proud that I voted for you after seeing what you did to oppose H.R. 8 and H.R. 112. And I'll be even though I was giving him a compliment, I very politely let his staff member know, I'll be watching him though, just to make sure, because you have to vote pro-gun all the time to get my vote. And to get my vote, you can never, ever, ever compromise. So, yeah. If you guys have a chance to meet your congressman, let him know. Say, hey, look, thank you. keep up the good work. This is what I vote on. Because the other side is just bombing them right now, telling them, you did the worst thing ever. If it could just save one life, people will be dead on the streets because of your vote and all this and that. Trust me, you know what they do. And I find that the left always stands together. And we, being busy people, having jobs, being independent thinkers, we often branch out on our own way. And we're more worried about taking care of our families and stuff like that, which is important. And that's what we should put first and foremost. But we need to unite too and let those guys know that, hey, we're here, we vote, and this is what we want. Um, like again, obviously complain if they voted for it, but especially call them right now if they voted against those two bills, and thank them for what they did and thank them for the job well done. And I'm gonna have to get off here to go and do this job, and I'm trying to figure out how to end the stream. So nice chatting with you guys for a minute, and yeah, unfortunately I'd like to talk for hours, but I got work to do. I'm sure you guys do too. So even though we're busy and most of us work, give them a call. Give them that positive reassurance that they need to keep on sticking up for what their people want. All right, guys. Have a good weekend. Take it easy.